Hope you find me. I'll be back home soon. When the sunrise, when the sun. I came from the mud. There's dirt on my hands. Strong like a tree. There's roots where I stand. Oh, I've been running from the law. Hope they won't shoot me down soon. Catch me howling at the moon. Won't stop fighting to the very end. Many men tried to reach it, many men have failed. Well, if you wanna get to heaven, you gotta raise a little hell. And I've been running from the law. Hope they won't shoot me down soon. Will you find me? Hope you find me. I'll be back home soon. When the sunrise, when the sun. I came from the mud. There's dirt on my hands. Strong like a tree. There's roots where I stand. Oh, I've been running from the law. Hope they won't shoot me me down soon. They sing on a sleepless night. Try to catch me howling at the moon. Won't stop fighting to the very end. Many men try to reach it, many men have failed. Well, if you wanna get to heaven, you gotta raise a little hell. And I've been running from the law. Hope they won't shoot me down soon. Will you find me? Hope you find me. I'll be back home soon. When the sun rises, when the sun I came from the mud. There's dirt on my hands. Strong like a tree. There's roots where I stand. Oh, I've been running from the law. Hope they won't shoot me down soon. Try to catch me howling at the moon. Try to catch me howling at the moon. Try to catch me howling at the moon. Try to catch me howling at the When it rains, it pours. Water's up to my chin. Won't stop fighting to the very end. Many men try to reach it, many men have failed. Well, if you wanna get to heaven, you gotta raise a little hell. And I've been running from the law. Hope they won't shoot me down soon.
Ladies and gentlemen, how are we doing? Good to see you. Is it smooth? Is it right there? That's really good. Flantro waved some magical YouTube wands around just before we started and got the latency as low as we can, so should be even better than usual for interacting with you guys. So thank you very much for joining us. This is our third ever podcast. We missed last week. Obviously, I was packing for Spain, and Flantro was out hunting. So, Flinter. Did you see that? Someone put a comment on the podcast from last time. It's like, why do you call him Flantro? His name's Flinter. Yeah. Are you muted? Hang on. Maybe. Is that better?
Can you guys hear me?
Can we hear him? Why was that? Well, I don't even know why I would have muted that. But anyway, let's start again then.
All right, we got it.
Yeah, so, professional outfit here. Hey, do you guys like the new wooden interior behind me? I just whacked it up earlier. Nail gun and stuff like that. So, but the spotlight stealer, that's right. Oh, you can't hear Flinter? Oh no.
What a shame.
You go like 2 hours of just listening to me.
I'll just sit here and nod.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So anyway, what we're saying is last Thursday, Flinter was hunting and I was packing for Spain, so we didn't have a podcast. We did say as well, actually, I think in the last one, that it might be the odd week that we don't do something, or there'll be a shorter one, maybe get a special guest in or something like that. And today's actually going to be about an hour and a half because Flinter's got a date with a tree stand.
Indeed.
Yeah, so, everyone here is probably would much rather that you're smoking big males than talking to us, I think, Flinter. So.
Well, it's getting to be that time of year. You just never know.
Yeah, there we go. Actually, that's a perfect segue. So, I mean, I've said it to you as well, and I've said it to other people, but well done on that video, Flinter. The quality and stuff was amazing, dude. Well,
thank you.
Yeah, it was really, really good. Like, I'm nervous about having to put my Spanish hunting trips together now, just because the quality-wise, it was like a perfect TV show kind of thing. It was great. So, it was good, and it appears that everyone's loving it as well, which is good. So we're gonna spend the first little bit of the podcast just talking about the hunt, and if you guys got any questions, because there were a lot of questions and stuff on the actual video for it. And then we'll get into a little bit of my Latvian issues that I had, just in case you didn't know what happened with that, because I think the last podcast I was like, I'm going to Latvia, there's going to be some live streams, and that didn't happen. And then I went to Spain, so we'll talk a little bit like that too. But we're going to not spoil too much about Spain. That's going to come kind of after the Flinter videos. And then I've got some more good news actually to do with hunting as well for that. So, but anyway, Flinter, so let's start off, just throw your questions in, guys. Like, we're having a conversation with you as well, so let us know what you're after. But I mean, I just want to know, Flinter, I guess first and foremost, how did you guys pick that spot? Because there's so many deer coming in there. Was it just luck, or
So that's an old spot. My dad had a tree stand there. The first time I ever hunted, I was like 6 years old. I wasn't actually hunting, but I went with my dad archery hunting, and that would have been where that first doe walked through. She walked within 5 yards of the tree. Like, my dad's been hunting there for probably 25 years or so. And, we had a dog for about 13 years. They kind of stopped using that edge along the corn, but he passed almost 2 years ago, and they've kind of started doing that again. So I set that up last year. It's the same tree that I killed the doe out of last year with the spine shot that wasn't so good. But with the corn being there and everything, I knew where they traveled. They were going to walk, right in bow range like that, and it worked well.
Yeah, I mean, you must have, had you been scouting that spot for a little while? As well, just pre-season to kind of get an idea what was in the area? Or, and do you use trail camera? You do use trail camera and stuff, right?
I do. I just want to address that was my dog that passed. That seems to be a little bit of confusion in the chat.
Okay.
Jeez. We're all good. Anyway, yeah. We have trail cameras. We didn't even use them much there, though. That spot is not far from the house, so we could even see them working their way over there and stuff. And I said that in the video we had seen the night before we were cooking out and could see them walking back there. So I was pretty confident they were gonna stroll out like they did.
Yeah, no, that's good. That's good. And like, did you have like a feeling getting in there that night that it was going to be good? Because it just seemed to be so much activity and quite early as well, right?
Yeah, it was cold that day. I think it was 40s in the evening, which compared to today, it's like I think it's 80 today.
Oh wow.
So
Yeah. Okay.
it was an especially cold opener.
Yeah.
And I figured they'd move early. I didn't think 5:30 necessarily like they did, but yeah, I mean they do it most years for the first say week of the season. A lot of times they're out there an hour before the end of legal light.
I gotcha. I gotcha. That's cool. And I mean, oh, it's. I mean, you were saying last podcast too that they've exceeded the tag limits because there's so many deer around at the moment, and like
Yeah.
compared to last season or the season before, have you been seeing more or?
I think, for early season, I probably have seen more. Obviously, there's only been one day's worth of film on the channel so far. That'll, I guess, change tomorrow.
Yep.
But yeah, I have not had a day without seeing deer yet, and I usually do around that like maybe week and a half point into the season. They start to kind of catch on to what's happening and start moving later. But I've seen them every day.
Yeah, I gotcha. That's cool. And actually, I just gonna grab one question there because I see Scott Bryant, because it popped up on the video a few times too, to do with like your arrow setup. Basically, do you think you'll have like heavier arrows? I mean, I know we covered it a couple of podcasts ago as well, and then with the fixed blade as well. Like, do you have a kind of any? I mean, basically, for you guys that might have missed it, we recapped and we both kind of agreed that it was better that we use things we were confident with, and like Flinter's used basically the setup for quite a few years now, especially with the Rage
Yeah.
and stuff like that. So, shooting with confidence is quite a big thing, I think, and that's what people should be doing. But obviously, like good gear breeds confidence as well, right? But you've just got to kind of get with it. Hey, and it worked great on that doe too. So
Yeah.
yeah. But anyway, what do you have anything to address to that question? Because I did see it pop up quite a few times actually, in terms of head
I
and
think.
stuff.
Yeah, I think I am gonna probably try to go to fixed blade and slightly heavier arrow setup next year, because, I mean, a lot of people said like in the comments and who I've talked to, probably heavier arrow and fixed blade would have just had a full pass through with that, and I think that's probably true at a 70-pound draw weight like I have. And you saw the blood in the corn, and then it was actually difficult to see, and I knew where it was in the hayfield. There were like 2 drops there actually on the video, and then I stopped filming to basically crawl to track it. And had I not filmed, I actually wonder, if it would have taken me longer to track because I knew where it went roughly.
Yep, I gotcha.
But there were 2 points where my dad saved us about probably 40 yards of tracking. So he's been hunting that property for probably 50 years, so he tends to know where they run and stuff. So me and my brother are just kind of going along, nearly crawling, trying to find blood spots. Like, I know it's a good hit. I've seen it in the video, but it wasn't bleeding much. And there were a couple of times where my dad found blood way ahead of us. And no, I do not have UV lights. I should maybe look into that kind of stuff. But yeah, that was something that really got me thinking I might want to switch my arrow setup, just because, I don't know, when you make a good shot and you don't have a great blood trail, it wasn't like that was a super high hit or anything. It kind of makes you wonder a little bit if that's something that should be done.
Yeah, well, I think they were the 3-blade rages used, right? Or 2-blade?
Yeah,
3-blade,
3-blade.
yeah. I mean, I don't know if you've seen it too, and if anybody else hasn't, but the Ranch Fury's got a great video on, like, just why you should, I mean, unless the hit was super low, you should never really count on great blood trails, just because there's so many different layers to the deer. It's not just skin, ribs, and stuff like that. There's like lots of different independent layers, and like especially as it runs, the hole opens and closes all the time, and stuff like that. And then also, if it's higher in the lungs, you probably know it's too, Flinter, but it takes a lot longer for the blood to build up enough to start coming out the hole, and yada 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 and all that stuff. So yeah, that was just, yeah, I mean, like, I was like, duh, once I saw his video it kind of made sense. But like, I think a lot of people probably need to relax a little bit. I know it makes it a lot harder to find the deer if you don't have a good blood trail like that, but it doesn't mean also that the broadhead was doing a bad thing. You know what I mean? It's just the way it is.
I didn't do any filming with like the meat because it was already late and it actually took us a while to track it, so I just sort of left the camera once I did my like interview stuff, and we got it skinned and everything. But if you look at it, the broadhead did just fine. It went through both not shoulders, but like through both legs. Essentially. There, it did fine. It was just the blood trailing was slow, and that happens. I haven't lost a deer that I've hit well due to that, but yeah, it just got me thinking. I think I've been doing it for 10 years nearly, archery, but I was pretty inexperienced with it and stuff, and I just think I'm getting to a point where I'm confident that I can make anything work, kind of. I don't want that to sound
no, but you're comfortable. Comfortable is the word, right?
Yeah. So I think I can get fixed blades and heavier arrows, and I think that's just going to be better in general.
It seems to be kind of the way things are bouncing back. I like expandables because I think they're kind of cool and geeky, and I'm a bit of a nerd for technology and stuff like that. But unless I'm doing like light game sort of goat size and under, I'll always use fixed blades. I think now just for peace of mind, I suppose. But again, each their own. And the other thing that I realized, because I stepped my arrow weight up quite a lot actually from PA, was the pass-through rates, and actually with the fixed blade as well. Like, I mean, everything apart from, what was it? The fallow deer that I spined because she ducked went like just clean through everything when I was in New Zealand, So it was, it makes the job a bit quicker too. So yeah. But in saying that the doe in the video had 2 puncture holes in her anyway, so I guess it does the same thing really at that point. So
ultimately,
and then actually the only other thing that I saw just brought up on the video, but was people were saying that bow was noisy, but because I went out shooting my bow today too, just to have a listen to it, and I think it's because the microphone's so close to the bow as well, and also microphones pick up different pitches to your ear. But what did you know? Have you noticed much with it, Flinter?
The video makes it sound higher pitched and louder than it is because that microphone's gain is way up, so you can hear me whispering and stuff.
Yeah, true.
And I looked at it like compared with the GoPro, and the GoPro makes it sound silent. And just my brother and I shoot in the backyard all the time. The Obsession is higher pitched than his, but it's quieter. Like you can't hear it from, I think, as far away. But higher pitched sounds travel, I believe, a little better. So I don't know. I don't think it's extremely loud or anything like people seem to think, but anything I can do to quiet it down might help, because even still, that was, as I said, a 17-yard shot. She did turn a bit before the arrow got to her, and that's not far. So
no, it's I have this thing in my head where I honestly think, this is going to sound people weird, but I reckon the deer see the arrow. Like it's just like their eyes are set up for movement, right? Much better than ours, and so I just have this weird feeling. Because the other thing about it, if you watch a lot of the ducking videos, the ducking's too precise. Like, you know what I mean? Like the variance in which you see the deer duck down is vastly different. You know what I mean? So I don't know how you test that. Like maybe just sitting up in a tree stand with some speakers or something facing at it with like a bow sound going off and see if the deer still react the same. I don't know.
It's funny you said that. I won't give away any information that I don't have to.
Yep.
But there was a point that I was at full draw and then let up, and those Obsessions with that 90% let off, good luck letting it up slow.
Yep.
It just goes. And they didn't jump. Like, you actually might have something that I didn't think of.
Yeah.
Bottom Boy's got a good point, because he showed me a video that has to do with that. But I think it's just a reaction, getting their legs down to spring up and run. But something about that actual shot gets them to jump, where still a really loud sound still doesn't have them do anything.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. It's just weird. That's literally what I think is like, if you watch, go to YouTube or whatever, and I think there might even be compilations at this point or whatever, but just try and watch some deer drumming strings, and it seems to be too precise. But I don't know. It's just a mad theory I have. I don't really know. It'd be easy to test if you had lots of deer, but I don't know. I can't do that. And the other thing too is, who wants to test it? Most people want to actually shoot an arrow. So, yeah. What else? I saw some other questions there. Where did it go? Describe, explaining, and showing it. Yeah, they do, Scott. Yeah, I really like the hunting public and the ranch through the. And it's like, it's really clean, logical, like, explanations, and I think you'd have to be quite stubborn after listening to it to believe differently, so yeah. Oh, that's really the question. I can't remember who asked it, so sorry, but someone was saying, Flinter, do you ever spot and stalk?
It's not something that I do a lot here, just because I guess it's not necessary. I've done it. I've never done it successfully to where I've taken a shot. Like, I've stalked up to within bow range of deer, and then I've just been like, yeah, that's not what I'm going to take. I did it my first year of hunting, actually. It was a really cool buck. It was like this high 3x3, but he had like 8-inch brow tines. It was really cool. And I got to within 30 of him, but he caught me right when I sort of sat down to try to draw. But yeah, it's not something that I do a lot.
Yeah, no, that's all good. I mean, the other thing too is it's quite a good tactic, the old tree stands, especially when you've got a plot like yours, where that your whole family's hunted it for years, and know it inside out, and it's tried and tested. So like we've said a few times, if it ain't broke, why fix it? So
exactly.
Yeah, that's right. And yeah, again, Whitetail Fever's saying there too that your bow is badass, and I agree. I've said it so many times. Like, I've never been more insanely jealous that I'm not American. I just love that bow. It is so nice.
It's cool looking.
Yeah, I have to grease up to obsession. They won't do it, but and see if I can get a New Zealand flag one. That'd be beautiful. Or half New Zealand flag, half Swedish flag, or something like that. It'd be
that would be interesting.
Yeah, it'd be cool. So.
A lot of people commented all wearing camo and then that bow, but the important part is the patterns there.
That's right.
Not the colors.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. So the literally the most American bow in the world. Yes, there, Scarlet is. It's so damn good. So. Have you hunted that stand since you harvested the doe? Do the deer behave differently in that area now? That's a good question, Bottom Boy.
So I can. I've been in there, I think, twice since then. The first time it was warm. It was like 65 degrees, so things moved later, but nothing was skittish. I saw most of the same deer, obviously minus the one that I shot. And then the second time, I think I only saw two, but two of them were the ones that were like in the corn when I shot that doe. So yeah, they're not spooked at all.
Yeah, oh, that's cool. That's a good question, actually.
Yeah.
Because, like, in the surrounding areas, like, is it all kind of, is there any public land that comes onto it or anything, or is it all just other private families that kind of links up to that land?
It's mostly, like, other private families. There's one that's, it's like they're doing some kind of gas well or something, so it's like a business or whatever. You can get permission. It's not necessarily public, but it's not like a private thing where one individual's hunting it or whatever. But yeah, it's kind of bordered by the town that I essentially, I could walk up the hill technically from here. It's just far.
Yep. Yeah, I gotcha. NASCAR, I've seen you answer a couple questions, so let's pick it up. Do you guys think I should have shot my first buck on the first day? In the first few hours, it was a 7-point as my first ever buck, and it was in PA. Yes, why not? It really depends. Like, yeah, why not? Especially for your first buck, dude. Like, you should be happy with that. I think you can still go out and get some does and things like that. So your season's not over. But if there's something there in front of you, you might not ever see another one that season. I don't know. You can never Yeah, it's such a big gamble. I mean, only you can probably, say, as long as you're happy with it, then yeah, sure.
That's what it comes down to. That can actually bring up interesting things. So, kind of goes off on a tangent, but it's funny how much time, I'll just say for myself, I won't speak for anybody else. It's funny how much time I spend in archery season trying to, take a buck with a bow, but I never want to miss rifle season, which at least this year it's been changed, but usually is buck only for the first week. So, like, I couldn't even go if I did get one with a bow. Like, it's just that time of year, and then everybody moving deer around and stuff. You never know what's going to happen, but then at the same time, I'm always trying to get one with a bow because it would be so cool.
Yeah, yeah, I gotcha. That's it. And I know the question there, sorry, the feeling and stuff behind it, because, like, that's your buck season done now. You know what I mean? Unless you go to another state or something like that. So it's a bittersweet thing, right? To be tagged out early. So, I mean, you think about how many people eat tag soup every year. So, yeah, you're well up on them. Well up on them. So.
Yeah.
Is it illegal to shoot an albino deer in PA? Because I know in some states it is.
They're legal here as far as I know. I'm not aware of anything that restricts that. I know it's maybe Wisconsin is one of the ones that you can't shoot albinos.
Yeah, it's the guys I went with were superstitious about it and said they'd never shoot an albino if they saw it because they said it's like God's deer or something like that. It's like and they knew some people that had died after shooting one and all this kind of other stuff. So it was interesting. I never really knew there was superstition in kind of the hunting circles and stuff like that either. So it was pretty interesting.
Yeah, I've heard of that kind of stuff. I think I would probably take a shot at one if it was, I wouldn't. There were 2 albino fawns in this area 15 years ago or something, and I know they were shot as fawns. I wouldn't do that.
No.
But if it was like a mature deer or whatever,
yeah,
it's a deer. It's got meat.
Yeah, that seems a bit weird to shoot them as fawns, but
yeah,
whatever. You do what you got to do, right? What did you think of the whitetail hunting in the USDK? It was great fun, dude. I'd never really hunted like that before. Like, it was all in, like, urban stuff. Like, we did some stuff really close to Pittsburgh and things like that. And it was all mostly driven hunts. We did a little bit of sitting and stuff like that too. And I had an absolute blast, man. It was great. Yeah, I actually really want to go back again at some stage. So. No, we've never met in real life, Trey Bauer. We were talking about that today, actually, is all the money that we make, what have we made, like maybe $100 or something so far over a whole year. Yeah. We're going to leave it in the YouTube account, and then just hopefully it grows enough one day that we can actually use it to do a hunt together. I think that's the best way to do it. It'd be awesome. So
yeah, it would be.
Yeah, it'd be really cool. Does the US have more animal-related accidents during hunting season compared to when there isn't a hunting season? Pass. I got no idea.
I don't know about during a hunting season, but I would certainly say from this point till mid-November, yeah, because the bucks are out chasing does and they're just moving during all hours of the day.
Yeah, I got you. I know the guy I went with... he said they shot I can't remember if it was a doe or a buck or something, and it busted out, ran across the road. They heard the squeal of some brakes and stuff like that, and too late, smoked the doe, whatever it was. So
that's unfortunate.
Yeah, it is. So it's interesting. TK, have I ever hunted in Norway? No, I have not. I've been to Norway quite a few times. I've got a good friend who lives in Bergen there, and there are a lot of red deer there. There's a crazy amount of red deer there. So there we go. I've seen an albino doe this year, not on any public land or land that I could hunt, but it's cool seeing them. Yeah, it must be like a ghosty kind of thing.
It really is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where I live in Kelly, I've seen a really big buck, like 8 points, when I was like 2 to 3 years old. Oh, nice, nice. Is it Jello?
Jewello, I think.
Jewello, all right. Sounds good. I just realised I've probably been saying his name wrong, as per usual. I usually mispronounce people's names. It happens. It's weird being called by my first name by TK. I'm used to being called Bauer since when I'm on my main account. It says, oh yeah, Bauer build, right. Click, it just came in together now. I gotcha. So first, Finland Moose and deer accidents tend to go up in numbers right around now. That's why, yeah, I guess they get pushed around a lot more, Hosen? So I think moose move more at night time usually. Is that right, Hosen? Apart from mating season. So yeah. Did I like Spain? It was awesome, Jamie. It was really such a nice country. It was my first time there. Been an absolute legend. We'll chat a little bit about it soon. But I don't want to give anything away. That's going to be like kind of content released a little bit later on down the track. So just jump into Flinter if you see any questions you want to answer or whatever.
I saw Bottom Boy had asked something about like, what do you do after you shoot a deer? Essentially, I think he said he calls his dad and then stays in the stand for 30 minutes.
Yep.
That's generally what I'll do. That one I got out of the stand probably 20 minutes because I knew I hit her pretty well, and then I was losing light, so I wanted to go see. But that's about it. With all the, now I've got main camera, second angle camera, all the stuff that I gotta like pack.
It takes
me about 30 minutes to get out of there.
I never even thought about that. Yeah, that's a good point actually.
It's a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Jake Boss, how you doing, man? Welcome into the podcast, dude. Where I live, we don't want red deer, so it's what I believe is called an open season. You can shoot as many as you want in my area. Is that all year round, though, cool guy? That's I mean, yeah. There's apparently like a hill in Bergen where only the police can go and shoot because of there's too many houses and stuff. But it's supposed to be like just so overpopulated on there that the deer are like really unhealthy and stuff. So, yeah. Very cool. Anyway, that was one of the best hunting videos I've seen. I agree, Bow. I agree, man. It's a really cool. And you guys haven't seen it, go and check it out. It's the last uploaded video to the Meat Hunters. So there we go. Or you can see it on Flinter's personal page as well there now too. So, all right. There we go. Just out of curiosity, had Flinter ever been to Benzetti, PA? Is that right? Benazet.
Yeah.
I should have just let it. Hey, Flinter, can you read that question from Dilly?
Yeah, I have been there. I was there, it would have been almost 10 years ago, but my uncle has a camp not far from there, so we stayed there in trout season fishing and then went up there. So it was in the spring. There wasn't much for antlers.
Gotcha. Nathaniel, yes, Bergen in Norway. Bergen in Norway, that's it. There's a Bergen in Alberta, Canada. Interesting. Have you ever been to West Virginia, Mount Mama?
Not to hunt. Maybe one of these days.
Yeah, there we go. So, let's. I mean, by all means, keep throwing your questions our way, guys, if you want. But the next kind of part of this is the Latvian debacle. So, hands up, who knows what happens? What happened? We haven't. Yeah, we haven't talked about this yet, right? I don't think. I put some stuff out on my Discord and things like that. But basically, the night before I was set to go to Latvia, completely set, right? It basically packed and everything. I get a phone call from a guy with a Latvian number, and it's someone from the European Bow Hunters Association. And he's like, "Hello, I hear you've been advertising that you're going bow hunting in Latvia." And I said, "Yes, I am. How did you get my number, and where did you see this, And he says, "It doesn't matter, but I'm just going to let you know, bow hunting is very illegal in Latvia, so probably don't want to come over here and do this stuff." And I'm like, what? Like, this is just random, At first I'm a bit like, who is this dude? Like, is someone just trying to stir the pot or whatever? And then I have a look myself, and sure enough, anywhere in Latvia is illegal to use bows. So I went back and I double checked, and yep, sure enough, all the advertising was there. And yeah, so this outfitter, he was under the impression because it was in his private fenced area, he can do what he likes, but that is not the case. So I'm not putting crap on him. It was literally his first year running as an outfitter. Probably just hadn't done enough for homework, but I am so damn lucky that I didn't go over and do the filming and things like that. Basically, I would have been filming myself poaching and putting it on YouTube none the wiser. can you imagine how bad that would have been? It would have been terrible. One must always double check. I will from now on, but I mean, if you guys ever look at outfitters, I just never expected them to be not up to the play with local laws and regulations and stuff, right? Because it's their business. So, I mean, yeah, it was just completely stumped me, actually, and I was like, 2020 just stabbing me all over the place again. So that's why I booked, I kind of moped around for about 12 hours, and I was like, bugger it, I'm going to Spain. So I don't know if being Oxygen Archery's in here listening or what, but he's a member of a hunting club in Spain, and I went along as the guest to there, and we were there for 5 days, was it? Yeah, so Friday to Tuesday, yeah, and had an absolute blast. Yeah, he's in the Oxygen Archery there. Let's go and give that man a follow. He's a good dude. We're out shooting bows today as well. So, yeah, so that was just absolutely crazy. But again, I'm not going to give you too much away about Spain. I had an absolute blast of a trip. It's a beautiful country. I just put two together that Jorge is George in Spanish because I saw the writing. I never knew that, right? I was just like, okay. And we met a guy, and he had a cute little dachshund. Actually, is a tracking dog, and he was he's been bow hunting. He's been shooting bows 7 years actually, and he's taken some huge pigs, huge red deer and stuff like that. And we went and had a drink with him in the pub and stuff like that too, and got to know him pretty good. It was awesome. So yeah. But, so that's basically me in a nutshell at the moment. But to go on from there, I've just booked, because we're like an official business, like hunting business, like we're doing a TV show, right? So we're trying to grow a business, I should say. I can go to Finland under like a proper business event, and so I've organized a whitetail tour. It's a week long, and that's coming up the start of November. And so I'm going to a proper outfitters place over there for a couple of nights, and then we're going to a actually I need to chat to you about that too, Flinter, but I got invited along to there are other content creators, actually worldwide, but these guys are the Finnish ones for it. So we got invited to their private hunting grounds to hunt for dirt cheap, and they want to, they maybe want to do a little bit of a collaboration with us, try and grow both our channels. So that could be quite cool. Yeah. So, blah, blah, blah. There we go. I just talked, up a storm. So
a little bit,
just a little bit. When was the last time you harvested an animal? It's new. Well, actually, no. I shot the pig in Sweden here. Jeez, I don't know how long ago that was now. 5 months ago, 4 months ago, something like that. Yeah, something like that. The video is out. You can probably see on the channel. That one was filmed to put on the channel, and then I shot a beaver as well. But with the bow, it was in New Zealand last time I shot a animal, which would have been March. So, yeah. What's your favourite thing to hunt, Flinter?
Well, I mean, I don't have a lot of stuff that I've actually hunted to label as my favorite, so I just gotta go with whitetail.
Yeah, I mean, that's funny too, is I don't really, I mean, I think goats are like ridiculously fun because they're plentiful, you still got to stalk them. They're not overly hard to kill too, which is really quite a bonus, but show us your fairy beaver. It's now nailed on the wall, unfortunately, just over there, but yeah, that's pretty funny. Flinter should do a collaborative hunt with Buck Commander and their crew. Do you know Buck Commander, Flinter?
I don't have any contacts.
No. I watched some of their show. Aren't they like all old NFL players or something like that? I think there's or maybe there's a couple of them in there or something like that.
The one was like, I don't know what college it was, but yeah, he He started ahead of a Hall of Fame NFL player in college, but he didn't go to the NFL.
I gotcha.
I think they might have, like they have some guys on, like I think Luke Bryan's one of them. So I'm sure they probably have NFL players too.
Yep, I gotcha. Caleb saying, what is your rifle setup, gun, and scope?
So I have not got to use it. It's not been in any videos, and if I can help it, I'm not going to use it this year. See if I can fill all my tags with a bow. But
Yeah.
in February, I got a Weatherby Vanguard 7mm Odd 8, and the scope is a Vortex 4 to 12. I don't know exactly it's one of the lower end ones, but yeah, I like it.
Yeah, I don't own a gun in Sweden here at the moment. I mean, I'm hoping next year that it gets legal bow hunting gets legalized over here, and then I probably just won't buy one. I just don't really have the interest in it anymore, sadly. After bow hunting, I'd much rather. I mean, I've got some great friends here, Emil, who invites me out. And I use his gun. I shot the pig and the beaver and stuff like that too. But I just don't. We'll see what happens. But I don't think I'll use it enough. Is basically what I'm saying to, justify everything with it. But, never say never. I do like rifles, but we'll see what happens. Yeah, okay, so it sounds like there are quite a few people in that used to be part of NFL and stuff like that team, according to the chat anyway. So, geez, what was I going to say? I had something to say. Did you guys see? Well, maybe we'll show that later, actually, because that's crazy. Some of you guys might have seen it in the Discord, but I think he's Swedish guy nearly got run over by a moose this year, hunting.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah.
And I don't know, it literally looks like his last shot dropped at like a meter in front of him or something like that. But this moose is coming through with basically a dog hanging off his testicles. It was pretty angry. And then it managed to pick him out somehow. He was sitting still too, so yeah, interesting. Can you explain what deer meat tastes like? Delicious.
Yeah, it's about it.
It depends too. Like that whitetail I got in Finland last year was so soft, but it was like it was a young. How old do you reckon it was? I think Ewan isn't here. I think it was like last year's fawn, right? Wasn't it? I think a year old or something like that. So
that sounds right.
Yeah,
a little over a year.
And man, like the meat was so soft, I could push my thumb through the meat. Right, it was just amazing. So, yeah, it was good. I think fallow deer is slightly better than whitetail actually, taste wise, and then red deer's tougher and a little bit tougher tasting, but. What do you think, Flinter? I don't think you can't liken it to anything else, really, can you? I'm trying to think.
No, it's difficult because you could say like super lean beef, but that's not it. It's different in a way that I can't describe anyway.
Yeah. It's just go and try some. There we go. So what you got to do? Go and harvest a deer. Have you tried axis deer? No, I haven't, Justin. No, I haven't.
I've heard they're incredible.
Yeah, I've never even seen an axis deer. So, but yeah, it seems like they're kind of the right size deer to taste pretty good, right? Yeah. So, do you remember the completely white moose that was spotted in Sweden? I do. Didn't they name it Ferdinand or something cool guy? I think they gave it a name. I bet you that's sitting on someone's wall now, looking amazing.
Probably.
Yeah. Like the hunters over here probably would have just shot it just to spite the animal rights people, I'd say. There's quite a love-hate relationship going on at the moment over here. Or a hate, probably.
Probably.
Super lean beef but gamey? Yeah, maybe.
It's not super gamey. Well, that depends on where you harvest them too. If they're a lot of times shot like, a lot of the deer or all the deer that I've harvested have been like ones that are living on farmland, so they're usually a little better. But if you get them that just live in a mountain somewhere, a lot of times they're gamier.
Yeah, and I mean, I've never shot a buck yet or tasted a whitetail buck, but apparently they taste a bit weirder in the rut too. Is that right?
They can. You got to be careful skinning them because those glands, if you get any of that on the meat, good luck.
I gotcha.
It's not good.
I gotcha. TK Flinter, if you have a chance to hunt one, they're amazing and they are fast and delicious. Yeah, well, You know, we'll see what happens. Like, I honestly don't know if I'll get to America next year. No one knows what's happening too with COVID and stuff. So, I mean, if we come over, I'll probably try and save quite a bit of money up and do like at least a couple of weeks. You know, I want to go to PA and then probably to Texas or something. I really don't know. There's so much to do in America, so much to hunt. I just have to have a look and see. You know, an elk hunt would be amazing too. Maybe I should try and tick that off first. You'd be down for an elk hunt too, wouldn't you, Flinter?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
That one's depends on where you go, but that one's tough to get set up in 1 year.
Yeah, for sure. Hope I can hunt some muskox next year and caribou. Yeah, well, you're in Greenland, aren't you? I think so. You've sent some beautiful shots through in the Discord too, actually, of some of the animals you and your family have taken. There used to be an albino moose here in earlier as well. Probably dead now. Yeah, if you don't see it. That's the thing about the albino moose too. Like, if you don't see it the next year, it probably died because they stick out really bad too. You know, unless they move around a lot. But what cosmic blast, Caleb? What do you mean? Usually leaving a chunk of your finger in the meat isn't that great either. Nah.
He's referring to my injury, I believe.
Oh, okay.
That was sustained.
Okay.
Last week.
Oh gosh. Okay.
Just knife slipped a little bit while we were cutting that dough up and just kind of took off the top of my pinky a little bit, but you know, it's all good.
This part, does anyone's dare taste like chicken? This part here just tastes really, you know, it's got quite a different. Anyway, what's the Discord? Do we even have any commands in here for the Discord? I don't know if we've set those up yet. I don't know. Let me drop some. See if I can drop a invite people thingy here.
Can do that.
Yeah.
Since Logan's asking, I have not gone on my antelope hunt this year. It's just not going to happen this year, unfortunately, because of circumstances being as they are. But we got to save our preference points, so I'm hoping next year we can even draw for like a better unit.
Here we go, guys. I just dropped the Discord link in there now. I think we need to get. I need to sort that out. Actually, get the bot to do that too. Which I mean, we can go into that soon too. But basically, actually, and now we might as well start talking to you about it too. Is there's a chance? Well, there's not a chance. We're gonna start like trying to get you guys. I mean, basically, when we started this, I wanted to try and build like a community more than I don't want to be just another hunting channel that has like follow us on Instagram and that's kind of it, you know. Like, so we've got the Discord, so you can come and chat to us and share all your hunting experiences and stuff like that too. And so every podcast, or maybe we do once a month, I'm not sure, maybe we do like best of the month or something like that, we're gonna show off your trophy shots in the podcast and talk about them and stuff like that. And the only thing I'm not sure about actually is maybe we need to put some rules in there, 'cause some people might not want their harvests shown and stuff like that, you know. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. But I think that might be quite a nice thing too. And then next season, so this will be next year, I'm going to try and hustle some prizes and stuff from our sponsors. And so we can have like, you know, just some easy things like biggest buck and stuff like that for the community. Yeah, and things like that. So it should be pretty good. You will we'll have to work something out. Like, you probably actually have to feature in the animal. Because otherwise people just like start googling big bucks. Yeah, this is my big buck. You know what I mean? Yeah. Slam them in there, get some easy prizes. So yeah, there'll be some, you know, some sort of criteria. But yeah, I mean, I really want to grow the community, because hunting is a community, whether you like it or not. It doesn't matter where you are. Like, you know, there's so many people involved in it around the world. So why not make it a big happy family, basically? So
yeah,
well, as happy as you can be. It's also quite a what do you call it? A cliquey thing, you know, with everyone with a whole lot of different views all the time. But it's all good. When are you guys going on your Cape Buffalo hunt? Not being serious, I'd go on a Cape Buffalo hunt, but that's spennies. I think that's like 30,000 American dollars. I think something like that. So
I'm sure.
Yeah, that's crazy. You should do some other types of hunting, like coyote hunting, bear hunting, not always just deer. Yeah. I mean, it's deer season at the moment in Flinter, so it's your main jam. Do you,
There actually is a bear season running now too, but I've just never done that.
yeah. Do you have bears and coyotes around your place though?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we have both.
Yeah. Okay. Wow. Yeah. And do you have bears like in the woods where you're hunting at the moment, or?
We had trail camera pictures of some. There was probably like 10 years ago where we had just tons of bears roaming around, or at least roaming around and walking in front of our cameras. But yeah, this year I think we only had one or two.
Yeah. Yeah, I gotcha. I mean, and the other thing too, guys, is like, we've just been going over a year now, and we just got to grow and stuff like that. Like, I've got a young family, still working and stuff like that. So, to do, I mean, most of the guys that have really big YouTube channels and stuff, they get sponsored to go on hunts, right? So it's not very costly for them. So I'm just saying, if Flinter is, I'm hoping in another 2 years that we can almost make this a full-time gig. That's my goal anyway. I'd love that. That'd be like a dream thing. And hey, it's you got to set a goal there somewhere, even if it's not as realistic as I'd like it to be. Why not try and get there? So
Yeah.
because that'd be sweet, and then you'll start seeing some different species and things like that. That'd be pretty cool. So. You got a trail camera photo of a wolverine and a fox. No bigger predators. Okay, gotcha. What do you think of my fallow that I posted in IRL hunting? In which Discord? Whitetail Fever? It's probably not the Meat Hunters one, actually, because...
That doesn't sound like... That sounds like my Discord, actually, because that's what my channel thing is called.
It's literally the same as mine. I don't know. Easy Wonders, I don't know if he's in here. He just put a moose in there. He got a nice one this morning.
Nice.
Yeah, so that's good. The Hunter official Discord, right? Let me go over and have a look. 10 days ago. I haven't been in here today to have a look. Wait, oh, there it is. Yeah, nice fallow deer, dude. That's really good. That's really good. So yeah, I was saying before too, but join the Meat Hunters Discord. It's not for gaming. It's like just purely talking about hunting and stuff like that. But there's a heap of experience and stuff in there too. I always give Instinctive Archer plenty of praise. I'm regularly asking him questions about archery and stuff like that. So yeah. I put whitetail in the Meat Hunters. Nice, Justin. Did you put it in? No, it's probably been flooded in there now with different.
Probably.
Yeah, here we go. Let's have a look. Justin the Hunter put his whitetail in. Oh, very nice. I forgot to put this in Discord, but since we're doing a live one up first buck. Actually, wait, I feel like I've seen that one somewhere, Justin. Am I talking rubbish? Gee, I don't know. Oh, hang on, there was another. I just realized I've missed a whole bunch of trophy shots. Let me just quickly, if you just talk for a little, just start talking for a little. Just start talking.
Just talk.
Yeah, I'll just.
Don't worry, I got you.
Yeah, I'm just gonna quickly, add some more of these to the thing. What I
We'll just kind of go through chat a little bit.
Yeah, do it.
Me shooting birds and rabbits and stuff. There's nothing wrong with that. It's a good thing. It's a good thing. I'm a great talker. I do talk for a living, so that wouldn't make sense. I just can't speak English, which is a problem.
Me neither. I don't know how we got the jobs we did.
Natural selection. Tips to get more accurate with a bow. There's things you can do. I don't know if you've done anything with the bow itself or like the arrow setup. Everything from paper tuning to I'm not sure if you're talking just field points accuracy or with your broadheads, but you might want to do some kind of broadhead tuning. You could check for what's it called, knocked work, I believe. But if you want to get better, you just got to shoot. That's something that's going to be my summer project, is to try to, I don't know what my number is going to be, because I saw somebody did like 100 arrows a day with a recurve somewhere on YouTube.
I've seen that too. That's a good video, actually, that one.
That would be rough with a compound, or at least with those obsessions at 70 pounds. That it does a number on my shoulder once I get to about 50. So I don't know, I might do 50 shots a day or something, but I just want to do some kind of thing where I can keep track of my shots and just get better, because it's form, it's consistency, it's muscle memory, it's just everything that goes into your accuracy. And I think I'm going to do it at like 60 yards. If I can get to where, even if I'm not getting a 2-inch group at 60 yards, if I can get to where I'm putting all my shots in the vitals, 40 yards, that's going to be a chip shot. So that's my goal.
Yeah, we went today, and I had to move my arrow rest a little bit because the bus cables were actually slamming into it on the shot, so it was too far back. So I just moved it in today, and then basically we're having a working bee at the archery club this weekend because the targets are so rooted. Like I don't know if Ben's still here. Basically, all my arrows blew through the targets today and ended up ripping all the fletchings off the arrows. So I had to end the session a bit early today. But yeah, our goal today was to be shooting from like just 50 meters continuously today, just to kind of, exactly what you're saying is push your distance out a little bit, because like I remember even going to 30 and then having these big groups, and then you go back down to 20, and 20 feels easy. And if you just keep kind of slingshotting through like that, I think, like, even if your groups are massive at 50 or whatever, once you go back down to 30 and 20, you'll be like, oh, this is freaking easy. It's like a confidence thing, it's really good for it. Yeah. So,
well, the thing is, when you start to shoot at, say, 50 meters, that's probably close to 60 yards anyway. So we're practicing about the same range. But when you start shooting at that range, every little movement, every little misalignment is just magnified. So if you get everything right and you have your form to where you're just shooting properly and you're doing any kind of decent at 60, those little variables aren't going to affect it as much at 40 as well. Plus, it just feels easier, and it's like you said, the confidence thing. Like, when I was really shooting a lot over the summer, because you just wind down some during the season, because rather than shooting in the evening, you're sitting in a tree stand or whatever. I practiced mostly at 60, and I could do 40 just about with my eyes closed. It was way easier. And yeah, I just want to even focus on that more going forward, I think.
Yeah. What other tips? It's relaxing. Like, I think the relaxing's a big one. Like, and also the other thing I think made a big difference for me is like drawing the bow with my eye on the target. Like, so you're literally focused exactly where you're shooting and bringing the bow up to you. Like, everything kind of seems to flow a bit natural up into that point. But the other thing that I did actually at the start, which I don't know if other people do, I always say, like, shooting a bow is a bit like a golf swing. Like, it looks like a kind of, even just to pull it looks like a simple thing, but there's a lot of different steps, the whole way through it. And so I had work one night on literally just foot position. That's what I started on. Every shot, checking my foot was good, checking my shoot, and then still shooting, but not worrying about the rest of my form. Then once I got my feet good, I'd work on like grip the next night, basically. So you start to put the form together, and like Flinter was saying, developing that muscle memory and stuff. And I think that helped a lot for me. And then just going the whole way through it, you know what I mean? Like from grip, then I was literally the drawing, trying to get that smooth, and then after that, it's it's just every little part to it, I guess, would start coming together a little bit. Some bits happen faster than others and things like that. So
yeah.
Walmart budget, how challenge does
bow challenge?
Bow, yeah, sorry. Sound cool. Yeah, I don't have a Walmart here. I don't have that same kind of cool accessibility as you guys in America have to these things. I'd love to do that. And we talk about it quite a bit, but I'm not really sure how to get it going yet. But I think it'd be really cool to do a season aimed at kind of midline products, you know what I mean? I think that would be quite a good market, because basically all the hunting shows, stuff you see out there, everyone's like, you've got to use this top of the line stuff, where realistically I think most average people use, good, sort of mid-range cost stuff, right? So, and there's nothing wrong with a lot of that stuff too. So, yeah.
I just think there's certain things that you have to go like higher end on, such as your sight and your arrow rest, whereas maybe you can get away with lower quality, say, broadheads, or like the lighted nocks I'm using are not top of the line stuff. But yeah, those things that affect every shot, I think those are the ones you gotta
Yeah.
Spend more on. But we've talked about that before.
Yeah, that's right. I think you're right. It's like having a good foundation to your shooting. So, that's what I think too. Actually, well, I don't know. There's actually quite a lot of good mid-range bows out there too, that work fine. And then I think just the difference is it's the more expensive ones are a bit more polished, and they just feel a little bit nicer, but they don't necessarily actually function any better. You get a bit more speed out of them and stuff like that too. But so. I actually thought about taking next season, spending like 500 to 700 total, buying everything from the bow to camo to a tree stand and camera, and see, wow, that'd be a crazy budget. What sort of, it's funny, I look at that now and I don't think I'd get a bow past 500, I don't think. Like with everything you need, for a bow. That'd be a good challenge then. I know, like the Diamond Edge SB1, that was what I was going to buy. That's 400 US total. And so then you need to buy a release, arrows, bow case, broadheads, clothes. You know what I mean? Like, I guess it's doable, yeah, for sure. Flinter's next IRL hunt. Want to do a oh wait, sorry, I'm going back through everything.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So once I have my form down, I always train myself to draw back with as little movement as possible. Seems inconsequential while practicing, but can make or break a hunt. Yeah, and something else that one of my mentors said is, like, sometimes you don't just practice holding the bow back, like once you're drawn. He said, like, just hold as long as you can before you have to shoot. And that was quite good advice too, actually. So...
Your groups start to get a lot bigger when you do that.
Oh, yeah.
Practice.
Oh, yeah. And then you wake up in the morning and you're like, oh, my shoulder. It was, I feel that one this morning. So, are they single or dual cammed? I think most bows are dual cam these days, right?
Most of them are.
Yeah, but ours are dual cammed, Trey, yeah. Wait, actually, I can't even think of any bows. Do Matthew still ever make single cam bows? I mean,
I know next to nothing about Matthews. Never shot one. So
yeah. I mean, I think they're like basically the last manufacturer that kept the wheel or whatever you want to call it. So I don't know. PSC have got a couple, I think. All right, sweet as man. Yeah, I gotcha. Hunting in my area where I hunt in Michigan sucks past few years because what's DNR?
Department of Natural Resources, I believe.
Okay, and CWD. And I want all the deer gone. Landowners could shoot up to 20 deer. Wow, it must have been like,
that's a lot.
It must have been like 4th of July or Vietnam going off, and that's crazy, Jack. That's crazy. I can kind of understand it though. They want to try and control the spread for the long term, but crazy.
Yeah.
Do people in the US use beagles for rabbit or hare hunting? I don't know. I know I've seen on the Meat Eaters show, I think they use beagles, right? For that?
Yeah. I know. I don't know if it was beagles necessarily. My dad, years ago, they had a rabbit dog. I don't know what kind.
Have you ever seen any non-typical bucks in your area?
Nothing that would like score as a non-typical. There's been deer that have had like a non-typical tine, but like the one big one I posted last year in the trail camera pictures section, he's just a big 3x4, but he has just like a little, maybe 1.5 to 2 inch hook off of like the back of his right antler, I think, behind the brow tine.
Is that Mr. Krabs or the other one?
Yep.
It is Mr. Krabs, yeah, there we go. I gotcha. Yeah, I totally forgot about Mr. Krabs. Then Flinter showed me the trophy shot. I was like, man, that guy's nice. And he's like, that's Mr. Krabs. I was like, oh yeah, it is too. Haven't seen him in a year.
Haven't seen him. Somebody said they thought they had a trail camera picture of him in February, so maybe he's still around, but we'll see.
Lurking.
That's what happens when they get that old. They don't show up.
Yeah. They, I guess they get wiser, and I don't know, maybe it's like humans too, like, this is going to sound real weird, but young males are like really running around, you know what I mean, and older males are kind of a bit more like,
I got you.
So maybe it's the same. I have my dad's old Matthews. It's really nice bow, but the drawback is too much. I have a friend that can bring it down. Do you have any tips for a beginner compound bow hunter? Definitely start with your form and worry about poundage later. Like if you're trying to be a He-Man and draw back a bow that's too much for you, you're never going to get good form. Never ever.
Yeah.
And you'll end up hurting yourself, or you end up hurting yourself probably as well. So, you're much better off to be, drawing super smooth, get that technique right, build your shoulder muscles up and stuff too, and then start, once you get comfortable, wind the poundage up as well on that. So,
yeah, if your friend knows what they're doing, they could definitely do that, or take it to an archery shop. They'll get you hooked up.
Yeah, that's it. Do you sheet hunt? That's a good question. I personally don't. I could go roe deer sheet hunting. Actually, there's a lot of roe deer. Yeah, but I've never done it. I don't really know how to start. Roe deer sheds must be quite hard to find. So
I'm sure.
So we'll see. Actually, I know where some hang out. So once they drop, maybe I'll go and have a little look-see. We'll see.
We've done it some. I didn't do much last year. Usually, I just end up finding them when I'm like walking through fields turkey hunting in the spring anyway. So I usually just wait for that.
Yeah, I gotcha. What's it? My boy uncle has seen some Romney, West Virginia. Oh, Baltimore. Sorry, I gotcha. Romney. Oh, sorry. Romney's a sheep breed. I'm getting confused here. I gotcha, dealer.
Oh.
I gotcha. I was like, you've seen some Romney, like some sheep? Don't worry. Will you record turkey hunting, Flinter?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna try to. We'll see if I get out in the fall. It's a short season. It's during the best time of year to hunt for deer. So I'm generally in areas where turkeys aren't passing through. But I did this spring. I just didn't get a single turkey on film, and I didn't have much. It's different than deer hunting. If you can't get anything on film at all, that doesn't make for much of a video. So I guess I'll try harder this spring and see what happens. But yeah, I'm gonna try.
Yeah, you need to get your going.
I do.
I've only done the fall season. I wish I'd done the spring. It would have been exciting, I reckon.
It's fun.
Yeah.
I had one. My brother and I went to the same place, and I ended up trying to call it in for him. So I got up and moved, and I called it right to where I was. And I know better than to not have him go stand where I was, but just thought it would see his decoy. Anyway, I never saw it.
Gotcha. I gotcha. You guys ever plan to do an IRL hunt collab or hunt giveaway? Oh, I see what you're talking about, Scott. I don't know. I mean, it's such a tricky thing, personally, for me, because hunting's it can be quite a dangerous thing. And, I feel like you need to know someone quite well.
Yeah.
But, I mean, never say never, right? I mean, that's actually how I got to hunt in PA. I helped a guy out in the Bow Hunters of America page on Facebook, and I said, "Oh, dude, it's a shame I don't live in New Zealand anymore. I could do a hunt swap, And he said, "Oh, dude, just come on over." And I was like, "Oh, don't tease me. You guys have heard this before, but yeah, it's like I'll turn up on your back door," and I did for 2 weeks, and we had a great time. It was fantastic. So, oh geez, I can't help you out with calibers B Ford, unfortunately. 7 mag or a 300 Weatherby. You got in?
I would say that depends on what you're going after. I'd go probably 7 mag if you're not going anything bigger than, say, deer or elk, because you're gonna. I'd even probably look 300 for elk, but yeah, I would take the 7 mag for medium-sized stuff.
I gotcha. What's the JWello free Flinter and TK merch? No money involved. What's that about?
I assume that's something related to a hunt giveaway someday.
Oh, I gotcha. Yeah, well, you never know. I think
Never know.
Could definitely work. We need to get to 10,000 subs so we can get the spring tea lick, Flinter.
Yeah.
That's what we need to do.
I think it's Teespring.
Teespring, is it? What did I say? Spring tea.
Yeah.
Teespring, yeah. Need to add 12,000 at the end of Freedom. The Freedom Flinger 12,000.
I don't disagree with this.
Is there a magical number for that, or is it just it sounds good?
No, just because of the 12.
The 12?
The 12 and 12,000?
Yeah.
Wait, what are you asking me about a magical number then?
No, but like I'm asking like why the number 12,000 out of all the numbers?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh.
Just because of
It
like
sounds good, or
people do like in like cartoons or movies or whatever, some kind of device is
no, I
the
got you.
the big male 12,000,
yeah, I
whatever.
got
That's
you.
basically the
I
idea.
got you. I was hoping there was like a little bit more magic to the number, but it just sounds
Sadly,
good.
no.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Can you say my name? No.
It's big sad.
Yeah, that's a trolley name if I ever saw one, I think. But I can say Hugo.
Uh,
There you go.
I was just going to. I don't want to derail things, but
No, it's fine.
it has been a little over an hour, so maybe we should get to
Oh yeah, we gotta wrap this up.
trophy
Yeah,
shots.
we gotta wrap this up. That's a good point. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, and like if you're in chat or you're watching this afterwards and I get your names wrong, I apologize. So actually, what I need to do is go because Flinter needs to see this at the same time, right? So let me get this
Yeah.
open here. Actually, I'll just check this quickly, make sure that the other one's updated. No, they didn't. So let me just open this up again for you, Flinter, so you can see what we're seeing.
Okay.
And now I have to go back to Skype and go. Hey, stop sharing. I'll stop sharing and then I'll do it again. There. Now you should be able to see that hopefully.
Yep, we're all good.
Beautiful. So now if I go like this, better we can see the first one. The overlay's a bit janky, sorry ladies and gentlemen, but couldn't really work out how to fit it in nicely unless we like completely change scene. So this is a absolute champion of man, Forest, or Forest Grizzlies, as some of you guys might know him in the community. This is the very first ever moose, and couldn't be happier for him. So pretty damn, yeah, I'm happy for this man. I think it's good. I've seen one moose in the middle of the night, but it's huge. And good on him for standing in front of the animal, not 5 miles behind it to make it look massive, right? So,
It still looks massive. That's the best part.
I know. It's huge, eh? It is huge. So that's cool.
Yeah.
And again, ladies and gentlemen, we're doing this the first time. Please give us feedback. Like, I do think maybe we need to put some disclaimer or something, or maybe I need to cover some people's faces or something like that. I'm not sure. So now this is really weird, okay? On the screen here, I can see that it's flipped around, but in the folder, it's not flipped around. So I don't know what's going on. This is the Headless Huntsman with his first buck ever. So congratulations, buddy. You must be damn happy with that. And I guess the smile on your face says it all, really. So good
It's
stuff.
a good first one.
Yeah, it's awesome. That's very cool. Next one up is... Oh, damn, I didn't take the... hang on a second, let me find this. Another nice buck. I should be able to find this super fast, actually. Sorry, for some reason I didn't write the name down on this one. I was stressing. Andrew, 595, that's who it is. Is that a mule deer?
It is.
Very nice.
Definitely.
Yeah. Sweet, dude. Very nice animal. I wish I got a little bit more... Is that a buck commander hat on?
I don't think that might be buck. I don't know what
I don't know.
they're.
It's got buck written on it anyway, definitely. So, congratulations, Andrew. Anyway, that is awesome. Now here's Justin De Hunter, who's in chat here now. This is one he just posted up before. Was this your first ever buck, Justin?
Yay me.
Yay me! Small tiny mule. It was, Brooke, but it's awesome still. Everyone's going to start somewhere. Better than my no mule and my no whitetail. So there we go.
You got a point.
It's your first bow buck. Nice, dude. That is really awesome. Are you going to get that mounted, Justin? Like Euro mounted, or are you going to get it like a shoulder mount or something done?
It's definitely a good one. He's got nice G2s on him.
Yeah, it's really nice. I can't tell the difference between mule deer, whitetail, and blacktail. We can go back a little bit. So see the... Oh, hang on. I'm going to go back on this one. See the face? The Jewello is probably the best, I think, is like... They've got a lot like darker features on a mule deer, but then also sort of offset by more white. Where if you go back to the whitetail, see it's kind of like browny with less. I wish you could put them side by side, I guess, but with yeah. That's how I tell, and then the ears to it are a bit different and stuff like that. And then once you get more into it, the racks are completely different too, and stuff like that. So there we go. I got it in vid, and I got a Euro mount. Nice, Justin. Congratulations, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, good deal.
So next up, I've put this in here. This is Kudu Hunter. So I don't know if he's in here. I hope he's watching it, but he's in obviously in South Africa, and this man was on a stream the other night. He walks 22 kilometers a day, sees about, what did he say, 30 to 40 kudu a time, and mostly shoots management bucks out just to keep his population healthy and stuff like that. But
wow.
Yeah, pretty awesome to see, and he must be so fit to be able to do that. So yeah, very cool. And also it's cool to see some animals from the community from all different parts of the world and stuff too. So
yeah,
that's very cool. So next up we have, it's Kudu Hunters as well, sorry. So this is he was saying, which I didn't know, but they got a lot of fallow deer in South Africa as well. So yeah, and that's a really nice trophy fallow. So very nice. I think that was a greater kudu by the size of it.
Yeah, I would agree.
Big body on it and stuff like that. So tail's big key to identifying mule deer and whitetail. Okay, bro, cool. And so next up we have Lucky Boy. So this is I think he said a couple of years ago, but we haven't. It was in the trophy shots for this month. So him and his granddad, tagged out on the same day. A double up. That's the one, Justin. And look at that funky antler on the. I don't see it on his granddad's one. That's growing downwards or something. I think. I don't know. This. They could have been hit by a car or something, right, Flinter, for damage like that. Is that right? Or something?
Almost definitely has an injury somewhere to cause that kind of growth, because as far as I can tell, it's not broken. It just grew like that.
Yeah, I gotcha. Hosen, I looked through the small game stuff, and the only criteria I picked for myself was October. And unless I missed it again, I did miss some deer stuff. There will be small game stuff, but I basically go through every single trophy shop section. Doesn't matter whether it's bears or sheep or whatever, and just pull everything in. This is Lucky again. So I think this is this season. He went out and shoots. Look, here's from the bird section. Shot some ducks, which is cool. And I think he said the melons were his first. So
that's cool.
Yeah, very cool. So next one, this is probably one of the best bucks we've seen this year in the Discord. Nia Hunter, an absolute champion of a whitetail. That's beautiful. I really like. I wish I could use my mouse to show you guys, but that weird. Oh, this is all turned on the side to this one. I have to work out.
Yeah.
I have to work out how to get that. It must be something to do with like display resolution or something. Because, like I say, in the folder, the correct orientation. So, yeah, I have to work that. Let me see, just super quickly. See if I can fix this. There's nothing like a little bit of on the fly. Oh no, I can't go into properties while it's active. Sorry, so it's not going to work. Not going to work. But anyway, yeah, that's beautiful. That is a really good buck, and you've got to be happy with that one. So
yeah.
So next up. Oh wait, hang on. We can't be back at the start again, have we? No, where did that go?
Yeah, my thing is different than what's showing on screen.
Let me just stop for a second. Hang on. Why did that not pick that up? I can fix this real quickly, ladies and gentlemen. We've got quite a few more actually to go. So, transition fade, bounding, sizing, rear aspect. Yeah, there's something I have to fiddle around with that one later. Let me just quickly upload the rest. And that's weird. Why did they not go in that folder?
Is that what happened? They're not in the right place?
No, I mean, the folder we're looking at is the same folder that I put in here, so I don't understand.
Okay.
I don't understand how that is not picking those up. But we can fix this pretty easy anyway. So I've just got to quickly go like so. Maybe it didn't refresh or something. Yeah, no, they're all there. Oh well, this should work. I'll bring them back up now. There we go. And let me just flick through them quickly. This, I was just saying to Flinter, I want to just try and start getting this stuff organised in plenty of time. That's not. Why is that? It's not bringing it up.
You could maybe, I don't know how you have it set up, but you could maybe just do like a display capture for the moment, and then we'd just sort of be hidden behind him for a little while.
All right, that sounds good. Wait, let me just get rid of that then. That's a good idea. Let's do that. So, put this over here, and then go. Where is it? I think I'm just going to, like you say, display capture, right? Add source. This one here. Beautiful. There we go. So let me see if I can blow this up. There we go. So this is Prongwood's dough. There we go. And like I say, we'll try and get this sorted out next time, so it's a little bit smoother. So you know, as a dough is an awesome trophy to me as well. Like, so much more meat in it, and you know, they're also good fun to shoot. Riley Gaming with a really nice one. I think Riley, you're in chat here, right?
I think I saw him.
Pretty sure he is. What's cruel? I don't know what was cruel.
Not sure.
Not sure. But anyway, I think Riley's in here. Yeah, they showed my dad's back. Oh, this is your dad's back, is it, Riley? It's really cool though, man. I like it. Was that with a rifle? It's got to be with a rifle, right? I think.
I would say so.
Yeah, it looks like it. Roo, Fisherman Roo, I hope you're in here still, buddy. Putting some absolute champion pigs down on the ground too. So, and some quite big hogs too, by the look of it. Well, yeah, that doe wasn't alive, ladies and gentlemen. If you guys are thinking, yeah, no, it's well and truly dead. Basically, guys, I wouldn't show anything on here that wasn't ethical, right? I don't think that's a very smart idea at all. And you also got a piebald. You got to call it a piebald. I know it's kind of a common thing for a pig, but it's still pretty cool, and a very nice looking pig as well. So it's good. And I think pig hunting would be damn fun. The other thing we've got is fishing, guys. We do fishing. So this is Strong's. I think I'm not very good with trout. I think it's a brown trout, that one. Do you know much about?
I would be pretty confident in saying that's a native brook trout somewhere.
Okay.
With the size of it.
Yeah, I gotcha. I'm not. Yeah, I just read what he was saying. I think they caught some rainbows and some brown trout that day, and but yeah, there'll be somebody in a brook trout. There we go. Justin's got it in there. So yeah, beautiful. But that's cool fun. And it sounds like where he goes fishing, there's plenty of animals there, so that's good. And now that is actually the end of that this time, which is good.
The official end.
That's the official end of the trophy shot segment. So that's good times. And you know, we've got like a few more minutes left. Flinter's got to get gear ready and stuff like that, and go back up into the tree stand and hopefully be smoking some big males. Have you got, like, where are you hunting tonight, Flinter? Is it a different spot or?
It's a spot that I hunted in last year. Didn't shoot any deer out of it. There was like a decent buck there in week 5's video. That's about as much as I can remember for stuff that was in a video.
Yeah, I gotcha.
The place that I started in, like, I filmed like a raccoon and stuff walking around in the opening day. But yeah, that spot, I'm gonna go get stuff set up there tonight because I know bucks travel through there from one bedding area to the next. So it's hot. I'm just gonna go set up and see if anything strolls through.
I gotcha. That's cool. Someone's asking, but I don't think you can do that, is to show the buck from last year that easy, can you? So maybe we should do that another time. Your trophy from the last year, sorry, I think is what he meant to say.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but
yeah.
Let's try and do that another time, because it's going to take too long to get stuff off the wall, I think. But
I'd say so.
Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, you got a little bit like couple of minutes. You got any other questions? It's been I really like this. I think they're getting a bit more natural, which is good too, and it's kind of just some good hearty conversation.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's all learning for us, this stuff. So it's pretty good. Catch you later, Billy. Thanks for stopping in, man. There we go. That's a good point too, Bottom Boy. Yeah, go watch the first podcast. It shows it there.
I did have it.
It's a really good
Just
idea.
sitting on the desk.
Yeah. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, please, keep up that awesome support. We really appreciate it. Best thing you can do for us is share any of our videos in your social media. So if you're in any hunting groups, or just put it on your wall or anywhere. Tweet it. Tweeter. You put it in the old tweeter, and and then also get amongst the community, come join the Discord and stuff like that. So yeah, and then Flinter, we've got a video tomorrow, I think.
Yeah, we do.
And you don't want to miss it. We actually got there's a couple of good surprises in there tomorrow, and the I think the best one is we've got a new member to introduce to the team tomorrow. So yeah, don't miss out. It's going to be it's going to be a good video tomorrow. I'm really looking forward to it. So yeah. Alrighty, Flinter. Well, good luck tonight, buddy. And
yeah, thank you.
Maybe tonight's the night that Mr. Big steps out in front of you, and you can just, send it.
Well, that's the thing. It's 80 degrees or whatever, but it's the time of year that they might just be up and walking around. So we'll have to be in a tree to have a chance.
Yeah, for sure. Alrighty, everyone. Thank you for a fantastic podcast. Thanks for tuning in. I think we were over like 70. Which is great.
Yeah.
Every one we've done it has grown quite a lot, so that's good to see. Please, if you want to help us out too, go and visit our sponsors, give them some business. It really helps us as well. So yeah, thank you very much, and thanks, Flinter. Good luck tonight, buddy.
Yeah, thank you, man.
Catch you, everyone.
Bye.